Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading, and it's going to be what do you need to know? So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which card has a message for you. We have group number 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi group 1. So what do you need to know? I'm hearing for some of you, you either have one specific talent or talents in general that can bring you out of lack, right? That can bring a lot of abundance into your life, but there could be some fear here around using it or fear around whether or not you will be successful, because there's something here around like coming out of hiding or really fully showcasing your gifts and abilities. But with the devil here, I'm getting that sense of there may be some fear around you, either putting yourself out there or you really stepping into your purpose and stepping into your gifts and talents. But it leads to the 9 and 10 of Pentacles, right? So financial independence, abundance, stability. Yeah, for this group, you have a specific gift that the divine is encouraging you to share. But also it may entail a lot of practice or a lot of commitment as well, where you have to put in a lot of effort or energy in order to cultivate this gift, or in order to, have to show up as your highest expression or your highest version. And can you see here how there's a depiction of the moon? And it makes me think of practicing in moonlight, right? Or behind the scenes in the darkness of night where it's not fully visible. So for some of you, what you need to know is Spirit is encouraging you to really be seen, or to put yourself out there where you can shine and you can be recognized. I also feel like it's going to have a level, especially with the Empress, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like this is the potential for huge amounts of abundance for this group. So the amount of abundance you're able to generate is huge from this talent, from this gift, from this business. And you literally go from the 5 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like Spirit is saying this is what brings you out of lack, or this is what's going to enable you to have more abundance, more fulfillment, more happiness. Yeah, but with 4 of Cups and the Devil, for some of you as well, if you have tried this previously, or, you've cultivated this gift, or you've had this idea, but it hasn't worked out, I feel like Spirit is saying like there's going to be a different outcome this time. Yeah, but you need to, with the Chariot and the Empress, you need to take action on it. Yes, alignment is important as well in terms of your frequency, but I feel like without action, you can't be visible, you can't be seen. So there's something here around allowing yourself to be visible, or allowing yourself to, I just heard as well, take a risk. So for some of you, this is requiring a leap of faith. And there could be, again, with that devil, I feel like the devil and the Page of Swords, this could be even fearful beliefs that if you take that leap of faith, or if you put yourself out there, you'll fall flat on your face, or it won't work out. Like there's something here around either you've tried, you've practiced and tried in the past and it didn't pan out the way you wanted, or you're worried that if you take that leap, it won't pan out. Yeah, but I feel with divine talents, again, this is like a gift or a skill or ability that you were put on this earth to do, right? It's making me think of, you don't have to necessarily be a prodigy, but I'm thinking of someone that has immense talent early on, or they've known like since childhood that they had a particular gift and this is what they love to do. Because for some of you, I feel like you're very gifted in a certain arena, whether it's as a poet, a writer, a musician, a singer, or it could even be like a business skill, but you have a very distinct skill that can bring you so much fulfillment and abundance. And if you're feeling like your life is kind of stuck, or you're constantly or perpetually in a state of lack, Spirit is saying this is the path out for you, or this is the next step for you. But it does require a level of faith, not only in your faith and confidence, not only in yourself, but also in the divine and what is meant for you. because it may require as well a complete shift of your mindset and you really changing what you believe is possible for yourself and what you can have and what you can experience in life. So we have for your Oracle sovereignty, right to choose, immunity to hooks. Of course, you always have free will, but with sovereignty, again, I feel like this brings you into your independence or sets you free, right? And that could be, again, I feel for many of you, this is something you may do or create independently or on your own, or this is an idea that you have that spirit is asking you to really go after. But with this dragon energy, again, I get that energy of confidence. There could be some, with Five of Pentacles beneath it, there could be some financial fears or struggles or lack that are also making it difficult, you know, mentally in terms of believing in this path or really going after it, especially if there's doubts about, like, you know, financial security or whether this will be lucrative for you. But I get a very strong feeling and message from spirit that this is your path and there's a lot of abundance to create on this journey. You also have here unlock your gifts, sacred gifts, energy senses, pure love is the key. So again, you've got divine talents with sacred gifts. Yeah, and spirit is saying when you truly love something, that's a path and message for you that this is the direction to move, right? This is the journey for you to take. I also am hearing, I'm looking at this dolphin energy. You can see this gold dolphin here. And it's like the more you can allow yourself to be in flow, the more you can love what you're doing and create and have fun while you do it. I feel like it takes off some of the mental pressure or fear around, you know, success and outcomes and what you're going to be capable of achieving. I just think it lightens that burden or it creates more peace around it. For some of you, this is very much around, like, for many of you, you may already know you have a talent or gift or ability, right? But it's like changing your mindset around this gift or around what is possible in terms of financial abundance, in terms of outcomes, right? Like at some point, you may have fallen into either negative or limiting beliefs, or you may be doubting your success. You may be doubting what's possible, especially with the Devil and the Page of Swords, because I'm getting it's in terms of your thoughts. And there could be some fears that are around you right now that are making it even more difficult to kind of break through. Because above the Devil, we have empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. And it's funny that you have sovereignty with energetic sovereignty. There's a lot of synchronicities and repeating messages in this group. And it's funny you were drawn to Smokey Quartz as well, which is really about cleansing and transmuting energies. So for some of you, Spirit is saying with the Devil, some of the doubts and the fears that you have are not your own, right? You've absorbed it. Say if you're looking, I'm thinking of someone who's looking to, like, say, a parental figure for validation for a particular dream or talent, and they keep shooting it down, or they keep, you know, responding negatively towards your ideas. And then it's like, oh, like we begin to doubt ourselves. That's what I'm getting for you. So Spirit is saying some of these impressions you have or some of these feelings you have are not your own and weren't and didn't originate with you and from you. So it's almost like changing your mindset or changing your idea around it. I also think with sovereignty and energetic sovereignty, this is very much about branching out on your own. This is about you not being afraid to go out and pursue what matters to you and to take risks and, you know, to really live your own authentic life, even if it looks differently to those around you or you can't see anyone else who is, you know, a living example for this path. You also had jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. Again, I also feel like there's this leap of faith or there's an energy here of you having to come out of your comfort zone, right? Like there is an element, this could feel a little new or novel or scary, but it leads to blessings later down the line. You also had Elmoira, spiritual force field, protective light is surrounding you, you are safe with a Chariot. And I feel like your guides and the divine is saying, like, we're protecting you, this is your divine path, and you have this protection while you take action and move ahead with the Chariot. So yes, you will feel uncomfortable, you will feel scared, but it's like, it's important that you act anyway and you do what feels aligned for you. I also feel like within your energy field, there's a really strong energy of destiny here, where this is, and again, we always have free will. You don't have to do anything, but there is a sense that this is what you were put on the planet to do. And you may already be feeling this, because I feel like for a lot of you, you either know what your purpose is or your divine talents are, or you've known for some time. And it's like not allowing, you know, either the negativity of others or even limiting thoughts to pull you back. You also have Hilarion, divine emergence, be seen, let the world know your gifts. Oh my God, with the Empress as well. Yeah, there could be a fear here, a subconscious fear around being seen, or I just heard being exposed, like being in the spotlight, you know, having people really, I just said understand you, but recognize you, right? There's something, you may be someone that's extraordinarily talented, but very humble or very shy. And that could lead at times to some difficulty with, you know, really putting yourself out there or stepping on that stage. But I keep hearing as well, for you, it's time, especially if you resonate with having been cultivating your gifts behind the scenes. Because I feel like you've gone as far as you can when it comes to, you know, leg work or setting up the foundation, you know, building the skill, building the talent. For some of you, this could be a business idea or a business skill and savvy that you have. But it's like Spirit is really encouraging you to move ahead and not allow fear to hold you back. And you also had Sword of Light, divine protection. So you have protective light is surrounding you, and then you have, this always reminds me of the Sword of Archangel Michael with divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy with the Nine of Pentacles. But there's a really strong energy in 3 of these cards of sovereignty and independence. So again, Spirit is saying no one can make this dream come true for you, or it's like you're going to create your own breakthrough and opportunity. And I feel like you're breaking through again with the sword, with mental energy. You're breaking through a mindset, a limiting belief, an idea of yourself that you've outgrown. We also have soul star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are with the 10 of Pentacles. In this life, you are meant to experience immense abundance and success from this talent and from this gift. And again, you always have free will. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. But I feel like Spirit is reminding you, like, this is what you came here for, or this is the potential that's waiting for you when you take that leap of faith. But again, there is a little bit of fear here, and you may feel some resistance, or you may be apprehensive of the outcome. Like, how are people going to receive my gift, or how are people going to react to this business? Will it be financially viable? Will I be provided for? Like, these could be some ideas or fears that you do have. I also have discovering. Today I release my old beliefs, convictions, and preconceived notions. In their place, I seek new ideas, innovation, and endless possibilities. I am adaptable. I'm able to see beyond my previous limitations and discover greater worlds inside me. Yeah, it's like time to seek out the new, right? Because it's time for this dream, or it's time for you to take that leap of faith. And it's like it requires you to let go of an old, yes, version of yourself, but a story about yourself, something you once believed about yourself, or what you once thought was possible. And you have appreciation. I am grateful for the abundance in my life. As I direct my thoughts toward all that is wonderful in my world, my troubles and worries lighten. With a full heart, I appreciate all that I have. Today, I accept what is as it is and choose to be satisfied. I express my loving thanks to the universe for the wealth that is mine. You see abundance and wealth came up twice. And this can also be, I was saying, changing a mindset. You started with the Five of Pentacles and you end with the Ten of Pentacles. So you're also changing your mindset around abundance, either how you can receive abundance. You could be, you know, opening yourself up to receive abundance in new ways, but also a lot more abundance and stability than you've experienced previously from following these talents and this dream. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, Group 2. So the message I heard and what you need to know is don't give up on the hope in your heart, right? So for some of you, you may have a hope or a dream, and I'm not sure what, or this can also be like not giving up in terms of not closing the heart with this heart transmission. And again, I'm not sure what area this is for you each individually, but there's something that you may be wanting or working towards. And I feel like Spirit is saying, don't give up on that, right? Keep following the light is what I'm getting. Because I feel like you're growing, you're evolving, but it can take time, obviously, to kind of bring something into fruition or to complete some sort of healing or phase of your journey, of your spiritual path, especially with the world and the sun. Because it's like you're going to get to the other side, but it's like it could be a little bit rocky, or you could be in a space right now where there's a little bit of doubt, you know, doubt or being uncertain around what's next. Yeah, it's almost like your heart may be wavering about something in the sense of, I keep hearing losing hope, right? But with Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords, and Eight of Pentacles, there's a sense here of continuously, you know, working towards this, whether this is a literal physical goal or it's like, for some of you, I do feel this could be around matters of the heart. So this could be around, you know, your hope to experience greater love, but it's also around healing, I get, for some of you. It's around your own healing path and your own spiritual journey. It could be as well that you're in a phase right now where things feel a little unknown or uncertain, or you're not sure how you're going to get to the next step. But there's something here around making sure the heart remains open and following your heart, right? Because I feel like your heart is going to be prompting you intuitively, step by step. But there's a need to have a level of faith and hope as you take those steps and you take that action forward. Especially the Magician and the Page of Wands. If for some of you, you've had some sort of inspiration or spark, like an idea, Spirit is saying, like, keep following that or listen to that inner guidance. It could be for some of you that there's a lot going on outside of you, whether this is just in the world in general or like in terms of your personal life or work or in some sort of environment that you're in. And it could, that external noise or chaos or energy could be throwing you out of sync with what you feel or what you know to be true. So this can also be Spirit validating that, you know, you can trust yourself, you can trust your own knowing and your path and continuously move ahead. And with the world and the sun, I also feel like you're going to come, for those of you where this is like a healing path, a spiritual journey, and it's about really holding the faith or following the light in terms of your journey, I feel like you are going to come to the other side, right? You are going to get to the other side and there is going to be, you know, a new outcome or a new experience for you. It's like the light is returning with the sun, with the world and the sun. So this could also be you coming to the other side where there's happier, lighter times. You also feel for this group, you may resonate with being an earth angel or some sort of healer. Like you have a very healing, loving light, but your frequency at times, it may be difficult to be in the physical world for you, or there could be certain things in your physical world right now that are really throwing you out of balance or just making you feel very, I want to say, off kilter or even stressed. Your first oracle here, we have healing, gentleness of love, realignment, transformation. I'm hearing with Ace of Swords, so you are freeing yourself from something, from a limitation or certain energies, beliefs. But with this healing, again, I feel like this is your own healing journey. This is your own process. And with realignment, it's like you're being aligned to a new path or in a new direction. but you may not see it right now. There's a sense of things feeling up in the air, or things almost feeling a little bit messy, like you're not sure how to move ahead. There's a really strong energy for this group of keeping the faith or holding the faith while you go through this process. And even if things right now seem uncertain or unknown, it's like the outcome or the way things come together, you're going to feel really blessed, or you're going to be grateful for how things have occurred. So even if you don't see the solution right now, or you don't see, the path you want to be on, I feel like, things are coming together, but it's almost like coming together behind the scenes. And it's like you following and trusting your heart space and your truth is what is guiding and leading you toward it. You also have Blu-ray being, direct divine expression, bridge between dimensions. Again, I feel for this group, I said earth angel and like you're a very, spiritual or soulful being, but you may really resonate with being a star seed. And I keep getting this message that you may not be feeling comfortable on the earth plane. Like there's a level of heaviness or density or certain experiences that are throwing you out of balance, or that are leaving you feeling slightly uncomfortable, being here or being in the world. There's something here where spirit is helping you to kind of gain that sense of comfort and peace and tranquility. With Blu-ray being as well, spirit may be asking you to spend more time connecting in, right? Meditating, channeling, connecting with the divine, listening to certain frequencies, or even being in nature. However you connect with God and the universe, the higher realms, I feel like right now there may be a need for you to immerse yourself in that energy. And then you'll still be grounded in the physical plane, but it's like you won't be swept up in certain currents of energy or certain experiences. Because you also have here weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry, with the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you may be taking like a media detox, especially if there's any like news outlets, or there's something here around something happening either in the world at large, or the things that are happening in the world at large, or within your own consciousness, like your own world, that are stressing you out, right? Because I'm getting an outside energy, and it's like spirit is helping you reconnect with the divine and with yourself. And it's almost like you're regaining that inner balance and that inner stability. And with weight of the world, you may, again, I feel for this group, you're very much a healer, you're an earth angel, you have a big, beautiful heart, but at times the world or the earthly plane can seem so heavy, it almost weighs on it. And that's why I think doing things that help you kind of rebalance, because I'm getting like meditation, yoga, someone walking in nature, or this could be like walking near the ocean or being in water. There's something here about cleansing your energy as well. Because I feel like you operate on a vibration or in a vibration that's very pure, and your heart is very pure, but the energies you experience around you may not be reflecting, right, that love or that purity. You also have Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. What I'm hearing again, it's like this is energy coming from the outside in, from the outside world, noise, distractions, chaos. And this is you reconnecting with the voice and the energy within, right? And making that your primary focus, your inner consciousness. And that's what I feel. And again, look at the illumination around the heart chakra. For this group, your heart chakra is definitely the most powerful energy center for you. And I feel like you're someone who is very heart-centered and may need to live from the heart, or you live and lead from love. But again, you may find that in the world surrounding you, or in the experiences you have, not everyone kind of comes from that energy or comes from that place. And it's like also drowning out external noise so you can hear the voice of your heart and your soul again. where you can really hear and feel this guidance. We also had Green Tara with Healing Light. Wellness unfolding, know that healing is a journey. I mentioned, especially with the Magician, I did mention earlier that for some of you, you could be on like a spiritual path or a healing journey and almost be frustrated or not see the light at the end of the tunnel. And this is confirmation as well for many of you that you are healing your heart space, but it's like it takes time, or you're going through kind of like, I don't want to say a hiccup, but some turbulence is what I'm getting. Like this could be like a dark night of the soul, or there's some energies that you're really processing or working through as you move past this. I'm also hearing there's a need to be really gentle with yourself. Spirit is also asking you to cultivate peace as best you can in terms of your lifestyle practice, but also your routine, right? How you're living, what you're doing, how you're experiencing life. I just heard the phrase, your heart will be healed. So for some of you as well, I feel like you come out the other side and you end up, fully healing, being in a really beautiful energy and vibration. And like, it's almost like peace is being restored for you, or peace will be restored for you. We also have Commander Ashtar, leadership activation, time to evolve, trust in your ability to guide others with a Page of Wands. But guiding others always first begins with guiding ourselves, right? And for some of you who have been on this, because I just heard the phrase the wounded healer. So for some of you, you've been on this journey of healing or spiritual growth, and your purpose or your goal is to help heal others and help lead others into the light. I feel like you are going to do that and you are on the right path or trajectory, but there's a need to have patience and faith as you walk this path, as you move in this direction. We also have Hatha light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. Yeah, and there's also this energy of you coming into your power and reclaiming your power. I feel like you've been a healer in different dimensions, but also in terms of you may have a connection to ancient Egypt as well. But yeah, it's like you're coming into your power, and there could be some upgrades energetically and spiritually with light immersion and full system upgrade where you're evolving, or there's some sort of shift or leveling up, but it could feel a little bit messy and chaotic as you go through this transition. Because the other card you had was Thoth light codes. So you could have a connection to Thoth or Ra. We have light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. Yeah, it's funny. You have leadership activation with great teacher awakening. So for some of you, it's like the healer becomes the teacher, right? And it's like you heal your heart, or you reach this level of ascension and healing that you're then able to share it with others, because you literally have healing twice. Right? You are here to share your light with others. You are here to express yourself, express that heart space. But right now, you may be losing a little bit of hope, or it may be feeling difficult in terms of your own personal process and journey, or just where you're at this moment. And Spirit is saying, like, stay true to your inner voice and knowing, and follow that light. You also have growing. Today, I understand that I'm here to learn, to discover, and grow. When I nourish myself with my inner light, my inner divinity grows. When I study the messages that life brings me, I am improved in the eyes of God. When I strike a balance between the material and spiritual worlds, I am freed of inner conflicts. In these ways, I grow my own soul. Yeah, and it's like balancing the physical with the internal realm, right? But I also got, when I nourish myself with my inner light, my inner divinity grows. So right now, it's like the divine is really helping you get back to the light, or to pour more energy into your inner spiritual practice. You also have live for love. Look, it's literally the same position, holding that heart space. And I feel like with wings, like you already have your wings. You are an angel. So we have, today I put love into everything I do. It is love that gives life to all things, and I open my heart to this great power. I act gently and speak with kindness. I fill each thought with love and light. I love God and all beings everywhere. I live for love. I love myself. Again, it's like you create this wave of love, but you may be around individuals or in your daily life, in terms of what you're witnessing and experiencing, you may feel a little bit disconnected from this loving source. And it's almost like Spirit is wanting you to not get swept up in the noise or the chaos or the pain or difficulties and struggles, that you know, forget about this loving source. It's like you're reconnecting, because that helps you not only sustain your own spiritual path and practice, but also helping to share this love and light with others. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 3. So for this group, I know this card, what do you need to know? I know this card says grace, but the first thing I heard was sad when I saw all this blue. So for some of you, you could be grieving or processing certain emotion, or there could just be some heavy energies right now that you're kind of clearing and letting go of. For some of you as well, you may have had to walk away from someone or something with this 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 8 of Cups. Like there could be some difficulty that you've let go of, or this could just be what you're healing on an emotional level, right? Like your heart space is purging these energies and vibrations. I also just heard integration. So you could, for some of you, this could resonate with, you know, doing shadow work or going through a dark night of the soul where you're purging and releasing certain emotions and energies that no longer serve you. It may really be time to let go or to heal the heart space from difficulties. And with Knight of Pentacles and King of Cups, I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race, but it's like you're coming out of this slow and steady, right? Because you can't rush the healing process. And right now, I feel like Spirit is saying there's a need to immerse yourself in your emotions or allow yourself to fully feel so that you can heal and liberate these emotions. Yeah, I just keep getting like you can't rush the process, or you can't, you know, force yourself to be somewhere you're not or to feel something that you don't, right? Like you need to accept, you know, where you're at right now, how you're feeling, what's going on. And with 8 of Wands and King of Swords, I'm hearing the past will be a distant memory. So I also feel like your guides want you to know, like this won't last forever. If you are in the midst of clearing or cleansing certain energies, or there is some, again, I feel like a lot of this turmoil is within you emotionally. It could have been triggered obviously by an external event or some, you know, some sort of connection or something you had to walk away from. But I feel like right now it's like grappling with the inner work, the emotional work, and what you need to let go of or surrender. But it could, I just get this energy like right now, it could feel a little murky or dark, or I don't like, there may be a lot of negativity coming up, right? Like difficult emotions, fear, or this can be like disappointment, betrayal, sadness, hurt. I just feel like a lot of these energies are coming up, but I feel like when you come out of it, it's like you're going to feel so cleansed emotionally and free. It's like this is liberating you, but while it's happening, it may not feel liberating, right? It may feel quite difficult or quite painful. Yeah, and with the 5 of Wands as well, for some of you, you may have had to move away again from something that was not only painful, but maybe even something that was chaotic. Something that caused a lot of chaos or drama or suffering in your life. I also just heard you're healing your heart from any residual emotions. So for some of you, this doesn't even have to be a situation or experience that's happened recently. Like you may just find yourself having all these really intense, heavy emotions bubbling up, and you could even be wondering like, why is this happening, or where is this coming from? But again, it's like emotions or energies that were left in your frequency or your energy field, or left in the heart space. It's like it's finally purging so that you can feel and become liberated. Because I feel like where you're going, you're moving into a cycle and chapter that's really harmonious, that's very peaceful, emotionally healthy. Even the types of people you're attracting, like I'm hearing you're going from attracting this, like whether this is betrayal, pain, difficulty, chaos, confusion to this, right? Harmony, peace, loving energies and vibrations, connections that are a lot more healthy for you. Healthy balance, and I also feel like people that really see you clearly. Yeah, and I feel with grace, I'm also getting that energy of divine grace, but I also just heard divine harmony. Your first oracle card, we have fire and water, and it's funny because you literally have a depiction of a volcano. And that's what I was getting, is there could be some emotions. This could also be anger, like having a healthy release for anger, hurt, disappointment, and really allowing some of these emotions to be released. But you have stillness amidst turmoil, feel, emotional integration. So yeah, it's like allowing yourself to feel so these emotions can be integrated but also transmuted so that you're not carrying them on the heart space. And again, this could be from the past for some of you, but I'm just getting in general, like it's time to free yourself. And it's like you're moving into an energy or a chapter that's more watery. And when I say watery, I mean like you're moving into flow. But in order for me to be able to flow, I have to surrender and not have any resistance within myself, within my own being. I have to be willing to feel. I have to be willing, to acknowledge certain emotions and energies. I also feel for some of you with this volcano, there could be something, because I'm seeing someone writing or journaling or having a conversation with someone where they're literally getting something off their chest. So there could be something that you're needing to express, whether that's just, individually in your own energy, in your own time, or whether this is literally a conversation with another person. But for some of you, it's like you're clearing. It's almost like you're fully letting go and walking away from the past, right? And moving on. You also have the mirror and shaman. So again, I'm getting this energy of shadow work. And we have shadow dissolving in gaze of truth, going beyond fear, initiation. So again, there's certain truths that are coming up to the surface, especially with that Seven of Swords. These could be things that you didn't want to see or acknowledge. And again, this could be about someone in the past or a circumstance in your past, but it's also opening your eyes, or it's revealing more as well to you around your own journey or around life in general. It's like, I just heard the veil has been lifted. So it could be something where now you see very clearly. I'm hearing that song, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I feel like for some of you, you may be like crying or purging or releasing emotion. It's like as you do so, it's like now you can see very clearly because that emotion is no longer distorting your reality. It also makes me think of, do you know when we go through a painful circumstance or betrayal and then we carry that energy and project it onto the future or onto new people? We don't see them or take them as who they really are now. We're still seeing the remnants of the past. There's something here where you're fully clearing the past, perhaps for some of you, so that you're open to a new connection, or you're open to the new people and experiences that are coming in, that their frequency and the energy looks nothing like what you experienced previously. We have fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Yeah, your life, it's going to be night and day. I feel like if in the past, you had chaos or betrayal, negative energy, it's like now you're attracting in people that, can really show up for you in a healthy way, or can really respect and honor and love you in a healthy way. I also feel with this, it's like your life experience. If there's been with Five of Wands, if there's been chaos and ups and down and upheaval and drama, intensity, now you're experiencing the softer, sweeter side of life where things are more gentle or things are flowing. There's peace and harmony. And with Eight of Cups, you have the void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. But there looks with Eight of Cups and the void, this is like an emptying out period. So for some of you, you may have literally had to close out a cycle, walk away from people, say no to something. Like there could be something that has literally ended, or multiple things that have ended, and it's like creating room in your life for new experiences and new opportunities. And it's almost like spirit and the divine is wanting you to trust what's coming, even if right now you're still in this, this void space where you can't see any materialization of a new beginning. I'm also hearing trust the closed door. So if something ended abruptly or something had, I just heard if something blew up, right, where it had, maybe not the best ending or it felt very negative, it's like it was meant in terms of a catalyst to help you kind of process certain emotions. But I also feel like it wasn't your path. And it's almost like spirit had to put a stop there to kind of align you with the direction and the path that is for you. You have Guru Ram Dass, miraculous moment, harmony surrounds you, expect miracles with the Eight of Wands. Yeah, you're moving into a period of harmony, of grace, of flow, of peace. And it's like things that didn't resonate, people or circumstances that didn't resonate with that energy had to be let go of. I also think you're learning through this healing process and stage how to be in the present moment. How to be in the present moment, how to open up your heart and your energy, how to be in this flow. And with miraculous moment as well, I see you really learning how to live in the moment. I just heard how to move with God or how to move with the divine. If things have felt like a constant struggle in the past, again, I feel like you're coming out of that phase. Like if it was like one disaster after another, it was one challenge after another. It's like finally there's ease in your journey where it's like, oh, like I can breathe, I can take a sigh of relief. You also have Archangel Michael and Faith, spiritual calling, divine protection, breakthrough moment. So yeah, again, the divine is working with you. The divine is also supporting you through these breakthroughs. But again, I feel like something had to end or someone had to leave for you to get here or for you to be in this energy right now. I also feel like the divine is helping you see the higher purpose of why something happened or why things have occurred the way they have, especially if they did feel, unequivocally negative or it felt like life or people were kind of working against you, right? Where you didn't feel like you were in alignment with certain people or it was challenging to, get things off the ground or to have things work out for you. We have Gaia Gateway activation, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, earth intelligence with Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you're also integrating some of the lessons you've learned from life experiences. I feel from even experiences that would be considered negative or painful or even painful emotions that you're processing right now. It's like there's a level of wisdom, right, that it's not easy to obtain. You can't obtain it just from reading a book, right? When it's learnt, when you've actually experienced and lived it, it integrates that truth like nothing else. So I feel like, and for some of you as well, you may literally, with Earth Intelligence and Gaia Gateway, you may literally benefit from being in nature and grounding your energy. But I just feel in general, it's like you've learnt lessons and mastered certain truths that were no easy feat, but it's put you in a beautiful position now. We have Emerald Tablet activation, cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, conscious manifesting. Yeah, with King of Cups as well. It's like there's new that's manifesting or emerging for you. And it's like you're being aligned with this. So if things fall away abruptly or you feel like there's nothing in your, like there's an energy of, nothing's happening right now in the material or physical world, again, it's like you're being aligned with this. But in order to manifest consciously and this divine alchemy, we need to, be in alignment ourselves, right? Or we need to do the inner work to align our energy. You have inner power. Today I choose to see myself as significant. I acknowledge my true strength. I remain steadfast in the face of adversity. If I stumble, I pick myself up knowing that I am filled with the power of the universe. I accept and appreciate myself in every way. I contain the most precious treasures of this world within me. The universe shines through me. Yeah, so I feel like, again, you've been through a lot of adversity, but I feel like, again, it's to put you in alignment with the divine, but also your own inner power. And I feel like that cycle of struggle is coming to an end. It's like you're reaching flow state. Okay, we have self-love. Today, I love myself fully. I accept myself exactly as I am. I'm able to recognize my own divinity and to appreciate the purity of my soul. I take the time to care for myself. I enjoy myself. I nourish myself. I'm kind to myself. I'm grateful for who I am. So for some of you as well, you've had some harsh lessons around self-love and self-development. But again, I keep hearing they were catalysts. And sometimes we meet someone and, for example, we feel a lot of love for them, or we feel a deep connection, and then perhaps it ends or it doesn't work out, but it almost serves as a catalyst for us to really embrace and love ourselves and to begin that journey, that inner journey of self-love and transformation. And I feel for many of you, it's like you can see clearly the bigger picture of why certain things have fallen away or happened in a particular fashion, and how it's kind of molded or shaped you into the person you are today. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 4. So what do you need to know? The first message I just heard is you're balancing fire and water, right? It's like balancing that heart-centered energy with that power as well, or that drive. So there could be a little bit more, there's a bigger spark of passion or manifestation around you is what I'm getting. I also feel like with Christ consciousness, there's this energy that you've really transformed. You've been through so many cycles of growth and alchemy and, letting go of, shedding older versions of self, shedding the past. We also have the violet amethyst, which always makes me think of working with the violet flame. So for some of you, you could have literally worked with the violet flame, or you've just been really gifted when it comes to alchemy, when it comes to, and even with that analogy of fire, right? It's like the water soothes after the purification of fire. So there's something that you could have really cleansed or let go of on your spiritual path, or in terms of your karmic path and journey. And then it's like now you've reached the other side. I feel for this group with Christ consciousness, there's a sense that you are a very, very, very old soul, and you may really resonate as someone who's here for a much greater spiritual purpose, right? You may be someone who's more comfortable talking about or dealing with spirituality, metaphysics, healing than you are, more mainstream or practical concepts. Yeah, but I feel like I just heard you're your own product, in the sense that the inner work you've done, or the growth you've been through, the alchemy, it's like you can see the work you've done in terms of your consciousness, in terms of your energy. And with Queen of Cups and the Star, you could also resonate with being a star seed, or it's like you get a lot of your stamina, your faith, your inspiration from the higher realms, right? You look towards the stars, or you look towards a higher level of consciousness to navigate your path. I also feel for many of you, you may resonate as very much being on the path of ascension and awakening. And, spirituality and personal growth may be really important, not only topics for you, but almost like a lifestyle, right? When this is how you live your life, or this is how you navigate your life. We have 6 of Cups and 3 of Cups. With the 6 of Cups and 3 of Cups as well, like there could have been some healing work around your childhood, or you've been able to transmute the past, your childhood, certain experiences. With 6 of Cups, it can also represent like an earlier karmic connection or pattern that you've successfully been able to heal or liberate yourself from. Because I feel this 3 of Cups, I'm getting the energy of spirit celebrating you for what you've released, especially 3 of Cups and Queen of Swords. It's like it's no longer active in your energy field, or it no longer has an effect on you. So you also have for your oracle card Sacred Mountain, Vision Quest, Clarity and Truth, Shambhala, Deep Healing. Again, with Vision Quest, I feel like you're on your path, you're walking your spiritual path, you're moving in the right direction, and you're following this light. You may be someone as well that's very dogged in your pursuit, where once you have your eyes set on a goal or an idea, or once you've really, committed yourself to a spiritual practice, you're all in. And I feel like that's going to be very single-minded. And I feel like that's going to serve you very well in terms of your path and your spiritual journey. You also had here Dove of Peace. Stay in the heart, all is well, be at peace. I feel like you've been able to maintain a high vibration or stay in an energy of peace and harmony and tranquility, even in the face of chaos, even in the face of difficulty or darkness or negativity. I also feel like you've learned how to master the physical. I feel like a lot of this reading is not what you need to know, but it's almost like it is what you need to know in terms of spirit congratulating you in terms of certain milestones that you've reached on your spiritual path. But I feel like these days, the physical world doesn't encroach on how you feel, right? It's like you set the standard of how you feel or your truth, and it's like the external world doesn't dictate your emotional state, right? It's like you live from the inside out rather than the outside in. And that doesn't mean you're not affected at all by what's occurring outside of you, but I do feel like you've strengthened either your connection with spirit or even just your consciousness to a degree where, like you dictate how you feel, what you want. You're sovereign. You're a sovereign being, and I feel like energetically, you may be someone that either isn't easily manipulated, or it's like you don't take your guidance or your cues from people outside of you. It's like you determine what's right for you, and then you follow that path. And I also feel with this Christ consciousness, again, I'm hearing you've reached a level of awakening where it has liberated you from certain fears or certain, I just heard social conditioning. Like you may be someone as well where you're very much walking an individual path. You may not see many people around you or examples of people that are on this spiritual path or who understand what you're doing, right? Who understand how you're living, what you're doing, what you're about, because I do feel like you've reached or attained a level of consciousness that may be, beyond the norm. When I say beyond the norm, outside of the norm, that's what I should say. There's a sense that you've definitely left the matrix. We have Hirith, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Yeah, and again, with the star here as well, you can see this person looking up. At times you may feel like maybe alone, but very different, right? And I feel like your guides are coming in and saying you're not alone. You're so supported in your spiritual journey. But I also feel like you may have or need a level of solitude in terms of the path you're walking. Number one, because maybe people don't even understand this path or don't even know what path you're on, but also because there's an energy here of needing that solitude in regards to raise your consciousness. And it may be difficult at times to find people who are at a similar level of consciousness and awareness. But I feel like you're still getting and receiving encouragement from spirit to keep walking this path, keep following your truth, irrespective of what other people are doing or what they think of it. And at times you may really have to lean on, spiritual, like I'm hearing ancestors, guides, ascended masters to really help support you, because you may not have allies or people that can understand this journey in the physical. We have breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. I feel like more an energy of surrender and trust, right? Where it's like trusting the journey that you're on or the path you're on is going to lead you home. For some of you as well, I feel like with this Christ consciousness, to me, that's full enlightenment, right? And for this group, you may be, or in this incarnation, you have the potential to achieve and attain complete enlightenment. And that may be ultimately your goal, right? Like becoming a sovereign self or reaching a level of consciousness where you're fully liberated. I'm hearing not only from this lifetime, but all lifetimes. So for some of you, you may have elected in this incarnation to clear all karma from all incarnations and from, many different lessons, experiences. And that could be why as well, I just feel like you're able to take negativity or difficulty in your stride, where it's like even if you go through very difficult or hard times, or you deal with people that maybe aren't the healthiest or the best, it's like you're still able to hold that faith and keep moving forward. And again, it's like ancient soul, and you could be winding down. Like for some of you, I do feel this could be your last incarnation, or there's the potential that this is your last incarnation. Yeah, we have Rumi. Mystical knowing, breaking boundaries, personal experience of God. I feel for this group, it's like the purpose of your life is almost entirely spiritual. You are here to awaken. You're here to attain very high levels of consciousness, to grow, to evolve, to elevate. You may also have, because I'm seeing someone who walks this solitary path and is on a spiritual path or journey, but then has these divine experiences and these personal experiences of their divinity with God, and then shares this wisdom with the collective. Or because I'm thinking of Rumi, I think this is a poet Rumi, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. And I'm thinking of that poet Rumi who writes this beautiful poetry and stories that really, emulate these ideals of divinity and connection to all and help people tap into that energy. And it's like you may need to walk a solitary path, or there's a large chunk of your spiritual journey that is solitary, so that you can really dive deep into God, the divine, and spirituality. You also had Saint Germain with Violet Flame. Alchemy, release the old, make way for the new. Again, you're a master alchemist. You can transmute anything, but I was already getting Violet Flame with this crystal. Look what's beneath it, Chamber of the Violet Flame. So strong confirmation of working with the Violet Flame. If you haven't already, you may really want to do meditations working with the Violet Flame just to help you fully clear and purge energies of the past. But again, the Violet Flame to me is about karmic release, and it ties into what I was saying, where in this lifetime I feel like and for many of you, I feel like you've already wrapped up and cleared any past karma or karmic lessons, and that's why things now are a lot more peaceful and harmonious, or they will be, because I feel like I heard you pass the test and you focus your energies on your spiritual path, on, the energy you want to be in, how you want to move forward, how you want to move and navigate the world. So yeah, Chamber of the Violet Flame, karmic release, radical transformation, especially with this Queen of Wands energy. For some of you, remember I said balancing fire and water? For some of you, you could have balanced, when I'm thinking of fire, I'm thinking of even anger or like a really intense charged energy. For some of you, you could have transmuted that, right? Or you could have transmuted certain dense and intense energies within yourself. But with transformation, I already said, I feel like with Christ consciousness, you've been through so many transformations in this lifetime, like so many initiation cycles of growth. It's like if someone met you from 10 years ago, it's like you would be unrecognizable, but it's like you would have been unrecognizable 5 versions ago. That's how rapidly you've transmuted energies and changed. I just feel it's like you've passed with flying colors. Like there's a sense here that you've been able to grow and evolve even beyond perhaps what your spiritual team expected. Like the amount of growth or the amount of healing you've done has just been so profound. And again, you bear witness to that, or you experience that blessing in how you conduct yourself and how you live your life. We also had here third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing with the Ace of Cups. I'm also hearing your cup is overflowing, right? In terms of self-love. I feel like you've done the inner work. You've come into alignment with self, with your higher self, with the divine. And it's like now that energy flows to others. But I also feel like you may have gone through a third eye chakra awakening. And it's like you have clear sight. You can see straight through people and experiences to the truth. Okay, so we have I am light. Today the light is within me, the light surrounds me, the light protects me. I remain light-filled and joyful regardless of what circumstances arise. I am a diamond shining forth in all my splendor. I am worthy of the divine within me. Again, with a diamond, right? It's like you become that diamond. And how do we create a diamond? Through a lot of pressure, right? That's what's created this beauty. And it's like you have all this light within you and all these facets of light because of the experiences that you've had. But I also mentioned earlier how it's like the external world and the external environment no longer encroaches upon you. It's like you can be happy and centered regardless of what is happening externally. You have unconditional love. Today, I choose to see the light in everyone. I seek the divine in each being, and I accept others as they are. I bring compassion to all my brothers and sisters of the light. I offer unconditional love to everyone I meet. I join my soul with theirs so that we may grow together in universal love. Again, I feel like you meet and connect with people in this energy of unconditional love and also Christ consciousness, where you can see God or the divine within them. You may also have a very strong connection to Jesus. Ascended masters in general, but especially Jesus. But it's like you bring that divinity. It's like when you look at people, it almost awakens the divinity within them because they can feel that energy within you, right? They recognize that light and energy within you. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day.